You are now recorded. Frank, lead us
Yep.
off.
Hello, welcome to the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I am Frank, along with
Tony!
Yay, and we're here today to talk to you about the letter C. C is for cookie. Yay!
I'm gonna
Okay.
let you sit. I just had to let you sit with that for a second and think about what you just did.
No,
I
because
just
I
want
had that song stuck in my head for a while. C is for cookie, and so then I made it my Facebook status. C is for cookie, and a lot of people replied with "No shit, dumbass." They're like, "No, it's from Sesame Street."
God, millennials, man. Wait, we're millennials. No. What's
Yeah.
the next? Gen Xers, man.
Apparently they're
Fucking.
called Zoomers. I learned that from
They're
the
called
fucking
what?
life. Zoomers.
Oh, the Zoomer generation. That's interesting. Well, yeah, because they're kind of forced. I get it. Okay, I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Oh wait, no, Generation Z. I think what I call them, Gen Xers.
Yeah, Gen Z. They're called Zoomers now.
Ah, well that makes sense. It goes well. Anyway, how you doing, man? What do you want to talk
Yeah.
about this episode? We're supposed to have Jerry on, but I told him 11 o'clock. We started a little bit earlier than that, just for the fuck of it. I wanted to see if he'd show up on time or not. Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Just
know. I
trying
don't
to
know.
do a little filler episode here. Let everybody know. Hi, how are you?
Let everyone know where they can
Hey,
find us.
no, we'll get to that. Hey, man. So last you were saying that you want a French Terrier? No, a French Terrier. I think is the one that I was thinking of. What did you want?
French
A French
Bulldog.
Bulldog? Yeah. See, I'm pretty sure I was mistaken, thinking the French Terrier was a French Bulldog. Yeah. So yours definitely is the same one from Men in Black. So what
Yeah.
makes you want that dog? Is it just the Men in Black? Is that what kicked off your fascination for him?
No, no, it wasn't that. It was just that it's fucking.
Wait,
I
no. Is he a French Bulldog or is he a pug?
could be either or because
Are
they're
they
very.
interchangeable? I
Uh,
think he was a pug, dude.
I think they are interchangeable.
Look, that's a pug,
I'm looking. Okay, that's a pug. Okay.
and so they're very. Oh, got a message.
Oh, there's yeah, okay. So the
Very
difference is that
similar.
red bug, yeah, is smaller and has longer ears.
Yeah, odd. They are so very similar. Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. So again, what kicked off that fascination for you? Those type of dogs.
Well, because I like small things, like I was saying in the last episode, and my dogs have always been fucking large, and I'm like, well, I'm a big guy, I'm expected to have a small fucking dog, but a small dog is a fucking cat. That's what it is. So, like, I
You don't like
looked.
cats? What's your problem with
No,
cats?
it's not that I don't like cats. It's like if I'm gonna have practically a cat, then I might as well get a fucking cat, you know?
Truth. Truth. I gave
Yeah.
you a cat once and then you killed it.
No, I didn't. It went away.
Jackson, close your door, please. So I'm here with
Um,
my son. It's me and my boy here. He's
yeah, and so then, yeah, I looked at fucking stupid small dogs, and I'm like, oh, that one. If I'll have a small dog, it'll be that one.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get cats. They're cleaner. I got
Yeah.
two myself. We've done a pet episode before though, haven't we? We've done a couple of them with Rob, I think.
With Rob and Athena,
Rob and Athena.
and
He
how
was.
Rob blessed his dog.
He definitely would. He definitely would. That's all there is to it. So I guess we decided that Polo was gonna be my wedding guy, the guy to hold the
Shit.
ceremony, I guess.
Yeah.
Officiate, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I told him after you gave me the news, I'm like, I might as well tell Polo because Polo was talking about bringing someone, And I'm like, well, maybe he should let his date know. I
Our
guess it's a
guest is
date. I don't know.
our guest is stuck in traffic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
Looks pretty. It's completely stopped.
Yeah, it's totally
Oh,
black.
it's totally black. Jesus, useless.
Black
This
Jesus.
episode is this episode is going nowhere fast, Frank.
Well, no, because you were talking about fucking your wedding again. I don't know why. But
I
yeah.
don't either. But we covered that on the last episode. I'm good. I'm eating pie though.
Oh,
Um,
what kind of pie?
apple.
Oh, as I never understood. They say as American as apple pie, yet apple pie is Dutch. So I'm like, what do you mean American as apple pie?
Like as Italian as pizza, but pizza is New York.
Yeah, and like fucking as American as Chinese food, and then there's panda.
Or as Mexican as Mexican as Taco Bell. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's problems. Who cares? Everybody, oh, I'm sorry. Do you need a report to fill out? You need a butthurt report? As somebody so kindly told me on fucking Instagram earlier yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, this chick posted a blank. I finally found an image that won't offend anybody. It was just a white square. And I was like, well, why the fuck does it have to be white?
Yeah, that's everyone's fucking reaction because I saw that on Facebook too, and I was gonna say I'm offended because it's white, and somebody had beat me to it saying, "Why does it have to be white?"
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Of course I was being facetious. I don't give a rat's butt. I'm not offended by anything. Except for
Right.
pedophiles. Speaking of which, I didn't watch it, but did you watch that Epstein documentary after on Netflix?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Oh, we got fodder here. What happened? Did you learn anything new?
I had texted you as I was watching it that fucking it was produced by what's his name? The author.
Dude, I don't care. I just want to know if you learned anything new.
Oh no.
Ha! It's too much to ask.
Yeah, what the fuck is his name? The guy. Anyways, it's produced by an author who wrote James Patterson. There you go. It's produced by James Patterson, who wrote a book with Bill Clinton, which means he's buddy buddy with Bill Clinton. And I'm like, oh,
Uh,
so the whole point of this documentary is to make Bill Clinton look good, and of course it did.
yeah, it
It
makes it look like he had nothing to do with it, like it was just happenstance that he was on the
Yeah,
plane 27
yeah,
times in the last
that
few years.
that he'd visited the island so many times, but it was only to have lunch with fucking Epstein. Nothing more, nothing less. And I'm like, there's a leaked fucking photo of fucking Bill Clinton naked getting a massage from a fucking 16-year-old. She looked
What?
old enough to be, but yeah, getting a massage from some fucking girl in Epstein's Island. Don't
Uh,
tell me he was only there for fucking
where did you
lunch.
see this picture?
I saw it on Facebook, then I looked it up on fucking Google, and I did the reverse azimuth. I don't know what journalists call it, but yeah, it's legit.
Wow, that's dirty. Oh, she doesn't look 16. She looks 16 with like some very expensive tits. No, that's not a 16-year-old, dude. Shit, I'd pay extra to get a massage from her too.
Yeah, but see,
Hold
the
on.
whole
Oh well, let's just show
documentary.
the people so I'm a little more so I don't feel
No,
so bad
don't
about this here.
promote the
So everyone
episode.
knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's a good picture right there. That's insane. Where do these pictures come from? How do
From
we know it was from Epstein Island though?
oh, because of the room? I don't know.
All right. So what did you gather from the documentary? Other
Well,
than they mitigated the impact of Clinton during all this, but what about Epstein? What did anything come to light? Did they just clarify anything for you?
they clarified, if anything, why suddenly they decided to fucking prosecute him through and through.
Which
You
is
know, which I thought was because of well, it could still be the same thing, but they just made it look better. that at first they were like, because I said on the episode that at first they were like, okay, we're gonna let it slide, we're just gonna get a slap on the wrist, but the next time we catch you, we're gonna throw the fucking book at you. And it turns out, according to the documentary, that they gave him the sweetheart deal because the people in the justice system that were involved were actually in bed with him, with Epstein. Like Epstein had him in his back pocket. That's why they just fucking dropped it. But that apparently they cleaned house. They didn't want to say it was Trump, but somebody cleaned house around the time Trump was president and fucking went ahead and fucking prosecuted Epstein through and through. And that supposedly that's why he hung himself, because he had lost everything, or he was about to lose everything. And I'm like, no, he hung himself because he had names of very important people of which they fucking interviewed, and he was about to fucking sing like a choir girl.
Well, I'm happy you at least admitted that he hung himself.
No, I'm saying the documentary he hung himself.
You said he hung himself just
Yeah,
now.
I said that the documentary said that this.
Oh, so they're still claiming, but did they address at all that the allegations that he didn't kill himself?
Uh, vaguely, vaguely, but they concluded that yeah, he killed himself without a fucking doubt. And there's a building
Without
that
a doubt is a heavy statement.
yeah, and
As
what happened? There's a building that keeps showing up. It's Epstein's fucking house in New York. And what these motherfuckers forgot is that when Hillary had her fucking dizzy spell, let's call it, she was recovering in that same fucking building. That building was Epstein's fucking house in New York. And they're saying that the Clintons, not the Clintons, but that Bill Clinton wasn't in bed with Epstein. He just had lunch with him because they were very good friends. Those
but
several
but
fucking times.
apparently Hillary was in his bed.
What?
At least a bed he owns.
Yeah.
Wow. So obviously they were much better friends than they alluded to.
Yeah, they made it seem like fucking Trump and Epstein were fucking butt buddies. And
Since
up
since,
until,
since we're on the Netflix kick again, I love talking Netflix shows. Did you see Space Force yet?
oh, yeah.
Fucking amazing. I've watched it twice now. I'm on my second run through. Um, oh my God. John Malkovich, I don't understand his cadence. He sounds so nervous. Every time he says anything, it comes with a bit of a shake to his voice.
He's
And very
old. Freak.
very spaced out. No, he's always spoken like that. Except in other roles he's had, he was louder and more angry. Like, so it's more robust. You don't get that jittery kind of nature of him. But I never notice how jittery he sounds when he talks. You think it's just because he's old?
Yeah. Or I think it's more noticeable because he's old. Because, yeah, there were times when he would have that sound, but that's what would make him such a good villain, because he would monologue in that fucking manner.
So you know what I love most about Space Force is the interaction between the different branches of the military. Because it embodies exactly what this podcast becomes every time we have a different branch in here. Or the couple times, the one time we had the armed force, the army guy, army ranger. What was his name? Stiletto?
Santiago.
Santiago. That's the one. Just kidding, Santiago. You know I love you, man. We got to get him back on. We got
Oh, we
to.
will.
I want to pick his brain a little more. But what do you think of the interaction? What do you think of the way the military is represented in there? Is it very obvious that it's written by a bunch of people that have never set foot in the military, or is it?
Yes, because the opening scene I had an issue with. They were talking about how fucking four-star general is the highest fucking rank, and I'm like, well, there's five-star general.
Uh-huh.
Marine general, who's supposed to be the highest ranking general, fucking Patrick Warburton, was a four-star general. And I'm like, whatever happened to the five-star general?
Did they get rid of it? Maybe.
No, it's like there were no five-star generals. Everyone was a four-star general. I'm like, God damn it, fucking civilians. And then there was that helicopter lady that was walking at parade rest, and I'm like, I know we don't walk during parade rest. Parade rest is when they have their hands behind their back and their legs, their feet shoulder width apart. So yeah, this lady was walking with her hands behind her back, and I'm like, I know we do not walk at parade rest. So there's that. And I tried looking at the guy's medals at Steve Carell's ribbons, and I gave up on it. I was like, wait, doesn't this mean that? And that mean this? And I'm like, well, technically they can invent whatever fucking medal because it's Space Force. It's a new branch, you
So,
know?
real quick, dude. Apparently, I'm very confused, but I looked them both up. Okay. Yeah, it's saying four-star generals are the high. This is kind of senior established five-star general admiral world ranks.
Yeah,
There are two six-star generals, but three six stars in total. What? Five army and four blah blah blah. Five, blah, 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 blah. So I looked this up. If you're a five-star general, you're called the general of the army. So I guess he's the one that, huh?
which is the president's cabinet.
The president's cabinet. So that's what makes you a five-star general. But I'm assuming like active duty, like no four, because it's saying that five-star is the second highest you can get, second highest possible rank in the United States Army. When I looked up four-star, the rank of general or full general or four-star general is the highest rank normally achievable in the U.S. Army. It ranks above lieutenant general and below general of the Army. 242 four-star generals in the history of the U.S. Army. So yeah, so as an active duty service member, that's below, not a member of the cabinet, I guess. You have to be the general of the Army, flat out, to be a five-star.
Yeah.
But apparently, there's history of six stars as well. Somewhere, I don't know what the hell qualifies you to be a six-star general.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. God damn. But yeah, I know there's five-star generals, and I don't know
Ooh.
why they weren't included.
Well, Washington. Oh, well, because the five-star generals were because he's the general of the Army. If you're
Yeah,
they
the
only
president's
beat one, so active member like everybody else. I don't know how to. I understand what they're saying and I understand what you're saying, but come on. By the way, George Washington posthumously promoted to the rank of General of the Armies of the United States. Although the law did not actually specify the number of stars, some U.S. papers and members of Congress describe this as a six-star rank. So I guess Washington's the only one to have six stars? What do I know?
probably.
Well, I just read it a second ago, right? There's three of them, but only two. So confusing. So what do you think about the rank system when you were in service, in active service?
Um, I thought nothing really. I mean, the
Arbitrary? Is it useful? Is there any merit to the people that actually elevate their position, or some people just get through off who they know? Like what is the nuance of that kind of shit there?
okay, the issue I had was that uh my first year in was the last year that the Marine Corps was doing promotion by merit. You know, there was this one guy that was a corporal, and he got promoted to sergeant because some higher up, I think it was the first sergeant, uh, saw him chewing out another Marine, and he's like, promote that man. But
That's all it
yeah,
takes. Asshole.
yeah, after that, they were starting to be a lot like the army, where if you want to get promoted, you have to take certain tests. And I didn't like that. I said I would
Is there
say,
no, Is there no in between where, you earn it and you take the test?
Well, then they were saying, I guess now, but yeah, they were saying that you're earning it through brain and not just brawn. And I'm like, well, we're Marines, we fucking we're not. Yeah, I'm like, we're Marines, we're not fucking bookworms,
Well, right, but you still have to have certain individuals that are intelligent enough to go in and learn another language, to run the technical aspects of things. Like there are certain educational aspects that should be paid attention to. What's the average
Okay,
wind speed velocity of an unladen swallow, Like you got to know these
yeah,
things.
well, think that, but some of these tests had nothing to do with the fucking rank structure, like fucking, or not rank structure, but fucking uh
You
uh
said butt fucking.
your job, like math for Marines, and I'm like, okay, but anyways, no, because like,
Matamatinos.
one, okay, the way you would earn a fucking rank
Penis, but
is through your physical fitness tests, your rifle qual, and the color of your belt. And so
the
then when
color
you meet
of
that
your belt.
criteria,
Hold on,
yeah,
the
when
color of your belt.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Your karate belt that you never got past white?
yeah,
Oh, okay, got it.
never got past Tad, but yeah,
Oh, tan, yeah, whatever. Same shit. It's like the equivalent of a yellow belt in civilian, right?
yeah. What happened? Yeah, so once you meet those three, then they look at how many MCIs you've done, Marine Corps Institute, I don't know, or Marine Corps Intelligence, I don't know. How many of these tests that I'm telling you about you've taken, and if you haven't taken any, then they'll fucking get you off the list. You have to take like, I don't know, a good amount, like 3, 5, I don't know, and then they'll fucking consider you.
That's
So
that's fun. Yeah, you lost me. I started losing interest at the end there. Sorry. What were we talking about?
how to earn your rank in the military?
Yeah, I don't know. So would you go back? I know I've asked this before, but would you go back?
I would go back to combat for free, yes, but back into the fucking military with fucking uniformity and politics and all that shit, no.
Well, then how would you know who to follow if you go back into combat?
Because it's different when you're in combat than when you're in garrison, meaning on base in the fucking civilian world. Because in garrison, since there's plenty of time to fuck around, then you get fucked with some fucking petty fucking shit. Like we'll have fucking uniform inspections, and if your first sergeant or your CO was in a bad mood and he fucking wanted to, he'll look at your fucking camis at your uniform and be like, why the fuck isn't your fucking why aren't your uniform stamped with your name on it? And then make it a criteria for everyone to have their fucking. It got to a point where we were having fire watch on each deck of the fucking building, of the barracks building, because of stupid shit that fucking boots do, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, imagine that you have a duty NCO, which is the guy that's representing the company officer, commanding officer, and is the guy that's supposed to watch the fucking barracks building, police it, in other words. So on top of him, you're gonna have one person on watch in each fucking floor of the building. I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. You're just overdoing it. Like, what the fuck? But
Well, if
yeah,
they've had trouble, man, I always feel like there's a reason the rules are there. Sometimes they need to be reevaluated. The problem is once it seems like a lot of institutions, such as the military or even like our educational institutions, once they decide on a rule, it's never to be thought of again. Like, no, that's just the rule now. Like, well, I mean, were you reprimanding one person or are you just reprimanding the rest of humanity at this point? which is the issue people have with the masks. They don't understand. Yeah, whatever. Not rehashing that shit, but um, yeah, it's what can you do? There's arbitrary rules in everything you do, man. The more people you have to deal with, the more rules are gonna be you're gonna be surrounded by, like dorm rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? After my 4 years, I'm done. So, yeah, I'm done. I'm done
All
with
right.
that shit. But in combat, it's like fucking who's the team leader, who's the squad leader? Okay, got it. And that's it. That's like
Fair enough.
literally that's it. This is your team leader, this is your squad leader, that's your fucking platoon sergeant, but you're not gonna fucking talk to him ever because he's his orders are passed to your squad leader, and your squad leader passes it down to your team leader. And when you're out fucking on patrol or whatever, you're with your squad. Um, it's not always the entire platoon together. So yeah, it's more of a close circle when you're in combat than fucking a broad fucking circle. But
It's a brotherhood rather than a fraternity.
yeah,
It's that just more centralized unit. That's cool, man. So, how many do you speak to anybody still that was in your platoon?
speak, not really. I have one or another fucker on fucking Facebook, but that's it. We don't fucking like we'll talk in the sense that hey man, you've been on my mind, or at least me. I'm like, hey, you've been on my mind. Fucking, what's going on? And then with the whole social media thing, like,
That's real gay, by the way.
what? Being
Hey,
like,
man, just want to let you know you're on my mind.
oh well,
That's just coming from you. It's a
yeah.
little fruity. Can you still say fruity? I feel like I shouldn't even say that it sounded gay, right? I guess that's not even allowed anymore. What point are
Uh,
we gonna get demonetized? Demonetized. What time are we gonna? When are we gonna get banned, Frank? I feel like we're constantly saying things that like gets normal people kicked off all the time. Do we get a pass because we're brown?
no, I think that the reason why we haven't picked up a fucking broader audience is because we're fucking nobodies and we're
That
breaking
wasn't my
all the.
question, asshole.
Oh, never mind. Then,
The reason
okay.
we suck is because we suck. Yeah, great, fine. Let everybody know that. I was asking you, when are we going to get kicked altogether from YouTube for the shit we say?
Oh, when we have a bigger audience.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was saying the reason why we don't have such a bigger audience is because we've been breaking rules on the way up, and they're suppressing us because we're rule breakers.
Do you believe it? Do you believe that we're being suppressed or that just people don't search for our brand of entertainment?
Well, if we pop up on Google, that means people can find us, and every episode is different. So I don't know. Maybe because we don't have a fucking focus on it, since we're talking. We're only having conversations that people want to have, but can't
Right.
in your
Exactly.
that's such a broad fucking mission statement. So yeah.
Well, we're not. The point is that we're just a regular conversational podcast. We just like talking to people, talking to as many different people as we can. I don't care if I only see them once in my life, as long as we can have a 2 hour long conversation with them. It's goddamn entertaining. And the point is that you don't shy away from the comments you usually would in polite society. I'm not trying to sit here at a fucking tea for two with somebody across the table from me. I'm trying to fucking get down and dirty and slam a couple beers back with somebody that just wants to talk some bullshit. And including the women, I try and be respectful with it, but I'm not afraid of fucking making jokes about a woman's sexuality either. I just don't care. Like I'm gonna treat every woman the way I would treat every man. Like I would suck their dick. No. Like they're just we're all beautiful people, man. We're all fucking beautiful. Just treat each other with respect and love and you can have any conversation. But people find it inappropriate to share ideas that aren't your own. Speaking of sharing ideas, you were just on the Magua live stream again, right?
Yep.
How'd that go? What'd you discuss? I didn't even, I had nothing to do with it this time.
Well, the replay happened sometime after 10. And then I caught some of my time on there, but when I moved to move my phone, I pressed on the screen and it just fucking closed me out, and I couldn't go back to it because Kim had already terminated the fucking broadcast. But anyways, no, we discussed the Second Amendment. Like, uh, Kim asked me. I think what she asked was, why do you think the left doesn't want? Yeah, that is what she asked me. Why do you think the left doesn't want women to be armed? And so I replied, and mind you, this panel was fucking. It was a full house.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was more than fucking four people besides the
Oh,
host.
hang on. I think our guest finally arrived half an hour into the episode. Hang on.
Okay, cool. This is me being entertaining, but yeah, what happened? Yeah. Oh, look, there goes our guest. I think it's Bright
We got three guests.
and three guests. Oh my God, it's a full house. Speaking of full house, why'd you have the puppy? Why'd you have the puppies? Yeah. Okay, it's an animal house now. Farmhouse. Animal farm. Yeah, there you go. Animal farm. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like Jerry brought one pupper and one actual dog. Like a full grown fucking, I don't know if it's male or female. I'd have to check under the skirt. But then again, if it's wearing a skirt, it's probably a fucking female, right? No, don't be so judgmental. Men can wear skirts too. They're called
Jesus,
kilts.
Frank, you really didn't stop this entire time? I could have cut out the dead air. What the
Yeah,
fuck are
you
you
could
ramping
have,
about without me?
but
Vamping about?
oh, I'm narrating what's happening to the audience. Oh,
Well, we have an issue because I think I'm down to one mic. The other one's not on.
I have my AirPods.
I can't-
no.
So me and Jerry are gonna share a mic here.
Okay.
Hi, Frank.
Hey.
Can you hear him there?
Yeah.
Say hi to the puppy.
Say hi, puppy. Oh, I love it in my ear. One mic. The other one. Everybody, Jerry is in the house along with
Hey.
a couple extra guests he brought along. He's got this beautiful one in his hands. What's this one? Sage?
Yeah, Sage.
Speak up into the mic, buddy.
She's about 4 months now. I just bought her like.
I got one crawling under me. Let's just.
Oh yeah, him. He's like 13 inches tall. He's fucking crazy, dude.
Can I pick him up?
If you can, yeah. He's like 50 pounds or so. Not too heavy.
I'm gonna turn the sensitivity way down so we get everything here.
Yeah, they're bullies, American bullies. They're the pocket exotic. So yeah, these are the new show dogs I was telling you about.
Look at this guy.
Oh, show dogs.
Yeah, a lot of people when they first time see them, like, oh, this is shit I see on the internet type stuff. I'm like, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, about $4,000 per four, and this one was 5.
You're dropping so much money on these dogs, man. So what's the idea? You're gonna do shows?
Shows and breeding. I already have the entire first litter sold at. Well, I'm going kind of cheap because it's my first litter, $2,000 each, and I already have them all sold, all 4 of them. But second, I hope I get more because I know second litters usually get 6 to 8, and I can raise the price on that one too.
So you're telling the audience and me
Yeah.
that you're a pit bull farmer.
Oh yeah, I have done this in the past, but they weren't like these nice of pit bulls before. They're just regular pit bull terriers.
Okay, because my brother's pit bull is pregnant again, and we're looking to get rid of the fucking pups before they fucking hatch. And I'm like, wait, maybe I can sell you a pup or two.
No, there's a difference between a Miyagi like bloodline type dog that go for like $5,000 each, and a terrier pit bull that goes for 200. Like, there's a big difference, and they don't mix whatsoever. It's literally like 2 completely different breeds. They're just labeled under the same thing because no one's really caught up yet with everything. But
Yeah, that's what we're discussing. Fucking pugs and French bulldogs, how they're fucking interchangeable unless you know your dogs, then you know the difference.
oh yeah, they're like basically the same on the same par level as these guys. It's just the Frenchies, they have less puppies and more sensitive, so they go for like $1,000, $2,000 more. Sometimes, depending on the bloodline of the dog. So like said, these guys, the bloodlines Miyagi, ET, like on both of them. So like those are two like the blood parents, like the families that they come from. Like let's say you got like your family, Garza or Garcia, parents come together. It would be like the same concept.
I'm Garza, by the way. Not him.
I know, but it's just a you know example. But still, like yeah, they go for. I paid 5 for her and 4 for the boy. So yeah, they're not like I'm talking thousands, not hundreds. So like they're pretty up there.
Well, good on you, man. I'm happy you started this whole new endeavor. A lot of people don't like. What do you think of the people that say you shouldn't do this, though?
No one said that. Everyone says like it's a good idea because
Well, right, yeah, your friends do. I'm telling you,
my
but
mom
can you
even
let me
said,
finish?
oh, okay.
There are people in the world that say, no, breeders are so bad because there's enough dogs out there already being euthanized every day that are getting sent to, that are getting picked up and
Oh,
killed every day. So how do you justify making money on breeding animals the
because
same way that people used to breed slaves back in the day kind of
well,
shit, you know
there's
what I
a
mean?
difference. There's a big difference
Oh
because
yeah,
one,
big difference. I'm with you. I'm just
I don't
asking
know.
your
I'm
opinion
not,
on
but
these
no,
people.
not between slave. I'm talking about like between the dog breeds. Like one, there's a difference between a mutt or like a small $200 dog, as opposed to let's say a $5,000 dog. When the community for these dogs are crazy. Like in the valley, there's a 956 bully community, like pretty big, like thousands of people, and there's like several pages for it. And everyone takes care of their dogs. Like, and if you don't want it, you just sell it because even if it's older or a little beat up or not that pretty, they can still go for 1,500, 2 grand, 1,000. Like, if they're not up to par, but you want to get rid of them. I've never really seen a dog like these homeless because they're so expensive.
Absolutely not.
Who's
Yeah.
gonna spend a couple thousand just to make their dog homeless or beat it?
Yeah, I'm looking at. I want to get a miniature bull terrier myself. It's another bully breed.
My friend has the my friend that I got these dogs off of. He also sells Frenchies. He got like a lilac color one that's worth like 8, 10,000, and then just produced it. And then I have another guy that has English bulldogs as well. That's gonna probably sell 'em for like 1,500
Just
each.
so you guys are aware, this dog at my feet, his neck is literally thicker than my thigh. I've never seen a dog's neck so thick.
Yeah, they're super muscular. Like
Now,
they're
is there anything dangerous about these? Are they like
so
aggressive at all?
Let's put it like this. They got they're from Hampshires, pit bulls, and bulldogs. The blood, like initially where they come from, the main bloods. There's some other things added in, but for the most part, those are the ones that make up the breed. And I can honestly say they got the best characteristics from each one.
I can't believe how docile this. I mean, he looks like a massive animal that would just like go crazy over anything, but he is so chill.
Yeah, that's what I like
You're
about them.
so pretty.
They're big. They call them fur babies in the community because they literally sleep 12 hours a day,
He's
8 hours
got
a day.
he's got like a 8-inch wide maw, dude. Like from his smile, cheek to cheek is like 8 inch. It's just his head is massive.
Yeah, so for these breeds, what you want to, like, since we're still breeding and the breed is still in the work,
He's at
and
least a half a foot head wide. Jesus.
yeah, well, that's the goal. You want to get a dog that's 12 inches tall and 24-inch head. So I have huge hands, and they don't even go halfway across his head when I try to wrap it.
That's crazy. No, not at all.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
if I go
no.
like that. So that's what I'm saying. They're not regular pit bulls. Their heads are huge. They're 13 inches tall, 14, 12 to 14 inches tall, and they're super chill. Like I can't even walk around the block in my neighborhood once before he gets tired. Like he'll just like fall down, start panting, like take me home. I'm fucking tired.
They're not runners.
Fuck no, but they're interesting and they're funny little creatures. And the best thing is they're really smart. I've only had her for like a month or so, and she's already potty trained for the most part.
I see you got the ears clipped recently, huh?
Yeah,
We had talked about it last time I had you on the phone. I think that you were gonna get it done.
yeah. That's why but these are show dogs, man. They're breeds, the breed. Like even then they're with each other. They play rough and they still have that pit bull bite. So like,
Yeah.
not saying that they're aggressive, but I've seen them just yank each other's ears. Like when
Oh, that it's not hurting them. Like a lot of people think that it's
Oh yeah,
damaging to the dog in some way or the other,
it's
but
not.
it's
Oh,
not.
the cropped ears? Hell no. She's fine. Like she got stitches. I could just hit it right now. She's not crying.
Yeah,
Like
I have siblings who've had Dobermans that they've cropped their ears, cut the tails. I'm not a big fan of it just because I don't see the point of, especially if they're not show dogs. If you're just keeping them at
oh
home,
yeah.
I don't really see the point of it. I know aesthetically the cropped ears on those not the shepherds. The what did I say?
The
Dobermans. The
Dobermans.
Dobermans. I mean, they look gorgeous. Of course they do, but it just seems needless when you're not. I mean,
If you're not gonna work them or protection dogs.
yeah.
Initially, but I think would say the argument I say to that most people who have Dobermans probably they're just being stupid. Hey, Taz, no.
It's a cat toy. It's fine.
The one thing I have to say to that is like you're getting a Doberman because you want to feel safe. You're getting that type of dog because you want to feel. Cause you're ready for a fight. Like it's like saying why have a gun if like you're not gonna use it. So it's just I don't know. Like why get a gun in any case? Like what's the point? But I say the same thing with the dog. Just getting them ready for the battle. But with these dogs, they're show dogs, never gonna fight. If a robber breaks into my apartment, tries to take him, they're probably gonna go to him and try and play with him before. And like, if I'm gonna be honest, that's how docile these creatures are.
That's why you have a gun.
Yes.
You know what? I'm surprised their paws are so small.
No, yes and no.
I mean, like, compared to the body, you would expect them to be a bit more sprawled out.
But
But
paws, they're pretty alright size. They're proportional.
yes, no, I'm just saying, like, for the breed, like,
Oh
because
yes.
I've never seen these dogs in person. I'm not used to seeing them at all. They're fucking crazy, dude. How old is this little one?
She's 4 months.
4 months, and she's bigger than my son was at like a year.
Well, the thing is that she's just gonna get like at 8 months, she's gonna stop growing completely, and she's gonna just start getting thick, just thick like him. So basically, I'm expecting her since they're the same bloodlines, like since they're the same bloodlines, I expect like Miyagi times ET. I'm expecting her to kind of look exactly like him, just a small black version with a smaller head, of course,
Yeah.
because she's a female.
Frank, what you want to remind us what your dream dog was?
I want to call it my dream dog, but yeah, the fucking French bulldog.
Yeah, I can get you some dogs, some Frenchies. My homie has one for sale. He's sending it for $4,000 right now.
Four
But
grand.
that's a good deal considering they usually go 5 to 8 on like a normal day. But it's Corona, and people need that money.
Hey, Frank, did we stop the last episode and start again? What happened here?
What do you mean?
It says we're only at 9.5 minutes.
Does?
Yeah, you probably did stop the recording. I don't know. I was just rambling.
Well, shit.
Okay.
Or maybe it just rolled over the hour and it's doing that. Oh well, we'll figure out how much of this episode we lost. Apparently the last episode we did with you, I lost it.
It happens.
I went to save it, but I closed Skype before the video actually fully
Yeah.
downloaded.
Hey.
So I only had like the first 15 seconds of
Oh
it.
shit, he went to your son's room. He's not gonna fight him or anything.
No.
But
He's a big doggy.
he's a dumb dog. Is your son there? You can probably play with him and probably be really good friends.
Yeah, there's a dog in the boy's room, and they both left, so now I'm here to entertain you. Dance, monkey! No, they're coming back. I think they're coming back. Yeah, one of them's coming back. That guy right there. Yeah.
Let me show you Taz. Taz, come here, you little shit son.
Oh, Taz is the other one's name. He's probably a fucking destructive one. His name's Taz.
Got a towel and right here looks like.
Oh, I think he got excited.
Yeah.
I'll clean that up.
It's alright.
Oh, Red Rocket.
Red Rocket, Red Rocket.
So you get an idea.
That's a big boy.
Dog taking over the pod.
You get it right in the mic too.
I have a few minutes.
Oh, you don't like being on your back, huh?
Nope. What do you think, Frank?
So we're gonna sell you one of these for $6,000 next year?
Well, my first litter I'm gonna do them for 2 each, and the third the second I'm gonna do 3 to 5. So I mean, I can cut you a deal.
Well, the thing is, I don't have one fucking grand. So, yeah.
Oh, it's 3.
He's just saying he doesn't even have the one.
Oh, okay. I
Here you
forgive
go.
you.
We're not all rich like you, boy. Walking around with your gold chains on your wrist.
I work hard.
My son's gonna come out right now. He wants to play with the dog a bit.
All right, cool. It'll be fun. So this way I don't have to worry about them like him going all crazy.
Yeah, getting on anything.
He won't hurt you. Saying if anything, he'll probably just put his weight on him, and your son.
He'll keep his distance too. My son's not a little shy.
It's all good. The dog's just too playful to like. Honestly, they're fucking playful.
Well, hey guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Check and make sure that we recorded it all, and we'll start another episode with our guest who finally arrived, Jerry. Frank, you want to let everyone know where they can find us?
They can find us on Google. Just search Completely Inappropriate Podcast and will appear. It'll also show you that we are on Instagram under CI Podcast, on Twitter under Completely Inap, and on Facebook and YouTube under Completely Inappropriate Podcast.
Awesome, guys. Hey, this is a fun one. We're going to see how my son gets along with these dogs here, and we'll see you guys next episode. Frank, what do we tell the people?
Be excellent to each other.
And find you're happy. Be better today than you were yesterday, everybody. Love you. Bye.
Taz, come here.
Bye, Frank.
Bye.
You want to take off?